You keep telling yourself, this time will be different. But deep down, nothing really changes. So why do you still hope they will? You've seen the pattern. They pull away, then come back just enough to keep you there. They promise things will be better. They act like they finally understand. And for a moment, it feels real. You start to relax again. You start to believe again. But then, slowly, it goes back to how it was. The distance returns. The effort fades. And you're left wondering how you didn't see it coming. Again. So what's really going on here? Why do you keep believing even when your past experiences are telling you otherwise? Why does hope feel stronger than reality? Most people will say it's because you're too optimistic. They'll tell you, you see the good in people. You just need to accept who they are. You're ignoring the red flags. But that's not the full picture. Because you're not blind. You see the red flags. You feel the inconsistency. And yet, you still choose to stay in that space of maybe. The truth is, you're not just hoping they will change. You're attached to the version of them that shows up sometimes. The version that texts you back. The version that makes you feel seen. The version that gives you just enough to believe this could work. And that version feels real to you, even if it doesn't last. Think about how it actually happens. They give you attention, and it feels exactly like what you've been wanting. Then they pull away, and you're left trying to get back to that feeling. So you hold on to the memory of who they were in those moments, and you convince yourself that's who they truly are, that they're just going through something, that they'll come back to that version permanently. But what you're actually holding on to is potential, not consistency. And your brain gets hooked on that because it doesn't experience them as one person. It experiences them as two. The one who gives you everything you want and the one who takes it away. And your mind keeps chasing the first version while trying to avoid losing them completely. That's why hope feels so strong, because every small sign of effort feels like proof that change is coming, even if it never fully arrives. And the intensity of that hope comes from something deeper. Your brain is wired to complete emotional loops. When something feels unfinished, it keeps pulling your attention back to it. So when someone gives you a glimpse of what you want, and then takes it away, your mind doesn't let it go easily. It keeps trying to fix it, to complete it, to finally get the version of them that stays. And that's the hidden pattern. You're not just hoping for them to change. You're trying to resolve the emotional gap they created. The gap between what they showed you and what they consistently give you. So you stay, waiting for those two versions to become one. But here's the turning point. People don't change based on your hope. They change based on their own awareness, their own willingness, and their own effort over time. And if that change isn't consistent, it's not real change. It's just moments. Once you see that, you stop focusing on who they could be, and you start seeing who they actually are repeatedly. If you don't break this pattern, you'll keep investing in potential over reality. You'll keep holding on to moments instead of patterns. And you'll keep getting stuck in situations where hope keeps you there, but consistency never shows up. And over time, that doesn't just hurt. It slowly drains your sense of clarity and your trust in yourself. So instead of asking, will they change? Start asking something different. Have they shown consistent change without me having to wait for it? Not once, not for a few days, but in a way that feels stable, predictable, and real. Because real change doesn't make you anxious. It doesn't make you question it. It doesn't disappear when things get comfortable again. And if you have to keep hoping for it, that itself is your answer. You don't need to stop believing in people. You just need to stop building your decisions around who someone might become and start choosing based on who they are right now. Because the moment you do that, you stop chasing potential and you start protecting your reality. You keep hoping they'll change, not because you're naive, but because a part of you is still holding on to what you felt in those good moments. And now, it's about deciding whether those moments are enough, or if you're ready to choose something more stable than hope. If this made you realize why you keep holding on to someone's potential, comment below what keeps giving you hope, even when the pattern doesn't change. And if you want to understand the patterns that keep you stuck in cycles like this, subscribe to This Is Why.